Okay, starting this video again. I will maybe put a little blooper in on the end. This little character back here. Hi guys, my name is Anne and this video is my buys and buys video. So what I like to do in this video is talk about all the things that I bought in the previous month and then go through all of my empties, or all the things I say goodbye to from this month. Okay Harley, let's go through all the things that Mom bought, not for you, in the month of November. So the first thing I bought, and the first things that I'll talk about, is all from the Sephora VIB sale. So the first thing I bought is the Josie Moran Argan Cleansing Oil. Hi. This is probably, I think, the third time that I bought this. Now, it's been a little while since I bought this, so my memories of this is I really, really liked it. I'm hoping that is still the case. I haven't opened it yet. Well, I'll open the bottle. I haven't used it yet since I bought this because I am trying to work through a Pond's makeup remover. It's like the Cold Cream makeup remover. Gonna be honest, not loving it. It's just a little too rich. I think if you have really, really dry skin, you would probably really like the Pond's Cold Cream makeup remover. I'm finding it's almost, even when I wash my face, I still almost feel it, like a film on my face. Anyway, so this is the argan oil. It's one of those ones that emulsifies, so that's why I really like this. So when you put the oil on, you put it on your face dry, and then you add a little bit of water, and then it will emulsify and take your makeup off. And again, I remember in the past this really, really working quite well and really liking this. It cost me $40.68. The big purchase that I made in November was the Natasha Denona Glam palette. So this palette, probably the most expensive palette I've bought, I think, so far. I did look it up. I'm pretty sure the next most expensive palette that I bought was the Violet Voss Flamingo palette. And then if I include other shadows, the Cleona shadows is actually the second most expensive eyeshadows I've bought. So this is what the palette looks like. Again, not going to go into too much detail on this. I think a lot of people have seen this in various other videos and YouTubers. This is one of those things that I've bought it and I feel like I've always owned it. Does that make sense? Like, this palette is so me that it feels like it's always been like a part of my life. So I'm quite happy to have this. I do have it on my eyes today, combined with my Project Pan palette. So I feel like it's a really good pairing palette. It's got a lot of shimmers, which I really like to just sort of use those as like little toppers. This is a great palette. It's so up my alley. These shadows are just like, they're me. So I'm quite happy about that. And with taxes, this cost me $78.65. Now I am currently VIB Rouge, so I do get 20% off, or I did get 20% off on the VIB sale. I will not be Rouge next year, but I will be VIB, whatever the middle one is, because I've definitely spent $350 at Sephora this year. I think I'm at like $360 something. The next item that I bought at the Sephora VIB sale is a hair care product. I know, shocker, I actually purchased a hair care product that's not shampoo and conditioner. This is the Bumble & Bumble Hairdresser's Invisible Oil Heat UV Protectant Primer. This is the mini size, which I actually, spoiler alert on the other half, finished one of these up. I got it last year in like a Sephora kit and I liked it so much that I actually spent money and bought this like as an actual item, not within a kit, not as like an add-on or anything like that. I just really like this. I felt like it was something that protects my hair, well, because I don't style it a lot, but I do sometimes. Like, I've curled it and I've blow dried it today, but it doesn't like weigh my hair down. Like, it doesn't feel like I've put something heavy in my hair. Like, I don't know, I really, really, really like this. It helps sort of keep the ends of my hair. I feel like I haven't had as much dry ends like I've had in the past. I haven't had as much breakage as I've had in the past. So yeah, I'm really, 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 really liking this, to the point that I actually spent money on this. So the one I got last time was very like cost effective because it was like a couple dollars because it was within a kit. I did buy this mini at a full price. Again, I only bought the mini because I know this will take me a really long time to go through, and I also do have another oil. It's the Sebastian Dark Oil that I got in a top box that I need to finish up as well. So I didn't want to buy a giant full-size one of these, knowing that it's going to take a really, really long time to go through. And again, I don't know quality. When you buy a big size and it lasts for like several years, is it still good after that long? I don't really know. I don't know a whole lot about hair care. I spent $12.66 on the mini. Again, the mini per whatever ounce or milliliter is probably not effective. I can probably put that on the screen what it is. It's probably like way more expensive, but I just felt like the mini was more practical for me. And then I just wanted to mention this because I did use a 100-point perk to get this. This is the Josie Moran Whipped Argan Oil Face Butter. I haven't even opened this yet, but I'm concerned that this was not for the 100 points. But anyway, we'll see what this is like. Again, haven't tried this yet. So that was my first order. And I did decide to place a second order. I was like, that's all I'm gonna buy from the Sephora sale. And then the wheels started turning that this will be the last time, at least for the next year, that I will have 20% off at Sephora. So I was trying to like rack my brain and think, is there anything that I really, really want to get from Sephora that's pricey, that I probably only can get from Sephora, that I can get 20% off? So I made a second purchase, and I'll talk about what I got in that one. So the first thing I got was the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in Iconic Nude. I hear people talking about this all the time, specifically Terror Babies uses this one a lot. And Charlotte Tilbury, at least for me, is really only available either through Beautylish or Sephora and rarely goes on sale. So I thought this is the time to buy something stupid expensive. And the reason why I bought this is I don't think it's worth it to buy a lip liner that is this expensive. I believe it's $27 Canadian, like at cost, plus tax. But what I want to do is find a good drugstore dupe for this. So that's one of my goals for next year, is doing a drugstore dupe for this product. So because I had a discount for this, I paid $18.16. Oh, the other reason, so that's, some of you are doing math in your head like, yeah, and that's more than 20%. I also had a $25 gift card from a friend that I got last year because I helped do her makeup at her wedding, which was terrifying but satisfying at the same time. I definitely want to get better at doing other people's makeup. I'm considering when all this pandemic stuff is over, actually taking proper like makeup classes. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, that's why it's more than 20%, because I basically took that $25 gift card and spread it out over this order. The second item I bought was this 7 Virtues Vanilla Woods Rollerball Eau de Parfum. Again, talked about this in previous videos. I'm not a big perfume person, but I was looking, it's funny how like things align. In the back of my head, I'd been thinking, oh, I really wouldn't mind getting a vanilla perfume. I used to love the Body Shop vanilla, whatever it was, but I mean, it's real vanilla-y. And someone at some point had posted on Reddit asking for good vanilla scents at Sephora. And I was like, oh, hey, that's actually kind of right up my alley and what I'm looking for. And this was one of the ones that they'd mentioned. And I'll say it's interesting. It's not as vanilla-y as I expected, which is actually probably a good thing. Because I think if I had something that was too vanilla-y, I would be overwhelmed by it. I don't know if it says the notes on it here. So, and this one is organic fair trade vanilla from Madagascar. The box though, maybe the box says the notes. No, I'm gonna have to look online and see what it says for the actual scent. But yeah, it is a really nice scent. The only thing I would say is it doesn't last very long. Like, I feel like I put it on, I can smell it for like an hour or so, and then it's gone. And I don't know if it's one of those ones that's like, it actually does smell, but my nose has gotten accustomed to it, or it really does actually fade quite a bit. But yeah, I'm quite pleasantly happy that I picked this one. There was another vanilla one that I was like humming and hawing about, but this was the one that I decided to pick up, and I think this was a good pick for me. And I think this is a good all year round scent. Like, I can see myself using this even in the summertime. So this cost me $27.20. Then I picked up a couple skincare things that are repeat purchases for me. So the first one is this Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Universal Daily Peel. I've talked about this a million times. I will not continue. I will leave it alone. If you watch all my buys and empties and other things, you'll see that I love this. I recommend it to anybody and everybody. I like to buy the smaller kit because then I ration them a little bit more. And I also think it's probably good for my face to not use these too much, because I feel like I do have somewhat sensitive skin that it could probably be problematic. I do have another set of 3 that came in that Sephora's thing that I mentioned earlier from last year that I haven't used yet. One of the reasons why I haven't used that one yet is because those are the like extra strength one. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous to use the extra strength one. But yeah, this is one of my favorite products. Recommend, especially to anybody, if you have texture. Even if you have acne, I think it would be good. If you have wrinkles, if you have mature skin, for sure, I think this is definitely, you're gonna see a difference if you use this. If you have super sensitive skin, I don't know. I think this could be a bit, maybe try it on a, well, I mean, it's COVID, you're not really seeing anybody anyway. It's like, try it when you're not seeing other people. And there you go. So yeah, favorite item of mine. So I paid $14.09 for this. And then the last thing that I bought is this Belief Moisture Festival set. So I've used the Belief Moisture Balm multiple times and I really enjoy it, and I've never purchased it full size. Like, I've always gotten it like as a point perk or with a kit or with other things. So when I saw this set, I was like, perfect, because basically you get a full size of the Belief, sorry, let's do this. You get a full size of the Belief, which is $50 Canadian, and then you get these products basically for free. They're a bunch of minis. And again, it's got one of my other favorite products in here, the Moisturizing Eye Balm. So the other product in here, other two are the Aqua Balm Hydrating Toner, which I'm not sure I've used, and then the Aqua Balm Makeup Removing Cleansing Balm, which I'm pretty sure I also haven't used. So yeah, the Belief True Cream Moisture Balm, so this size, which is 50 mils, is $50. So it's pretty pricey, and that's one of the reasons why I just have never splurged to buy it. But with having the 20% discount and then the gift card, I thought this is a perfect time to buy this. And then definitely in the winter time, I will want to use this more because my skin definitely like feels like when it's cold outside and then the dry air inside. Yeah, I really enjoy this product. I think I've tried the other one. I think it's like the Aqua Jelly or something like that. That's like the more popular one. I prefer this one better. Again, I have normal-ish skin, and this time of year it starts to get a little bit dry, so I prefer the extra moisturizing one. So with tax, this whole set cost me $38.95. So here in Toronto, in-store shopping is actually closed, which is a bit interesting. I mean, it doesn't really affect me a whole lot. I'm not a big in-store shopper. I still can go into like the grocery store. I can still go into Shoppers Drug Mart, but I just can't go into like retail stores like The Gap or any of those kind of places. So one of the stores that I can't go into anymore is Marshalls and Winners. Probably a good thing. However, I did visit Marshalls, I'd say like a week before or a few days before that shutdown happened, and I did pick up a few things. I specifically went in to get socks, and I was looking for like any sort of casual clothes like jogging pants and stuff, because that's what I'm wearing these days. And of course I had to go into like the beauty section. I didn't have to, but it's one of those things. It's like I knew we knew that the shutdown was probably happening or something was going to happen, so I kind of knew. I was like, let's just peruse everything very quickly just to make sure. So the first thing that I bought in that little adventure was this I Heart Revolution palette. Now, I specifically bought this because the palette, let me see if I can get, it's called the Snow Globe Penguin palette. It's the cutest palette ever. It's got these like adorable little penguins on it. And then the little snow globe glitters in there, like it's like a snow globe. They're little penguins, like the little cutouts are penguins. It's so freaking cute. And then I partially picked this because the picture on the back, I was like, there was 3 of them there. The one looked like it was pretty dark. The other one, I was like, I don't know if that's like, it looked like it might have been blues in it. And I'm like, I don't know if I really want blues. This looks like the most neutral one. Yeah, the picture on the back is not at all what the colors are like on the inside, which was kind of disappointing at first. So these are the colors on the inside. They are quite nice, but it was just not what I was expecting. Particularly like, this is a lot more, like on the back, that looks like it's a pink. It is not a pink. It is definitely like a orangey, burnt orange kind of color. Now, the day that I bought this, or shortly after I bought this, so before I used this, I had watched a Kathleen Lights video where she had unboxed her BoxyCharm, and it had the Natasha Denona Peak palette. This color story is actually, I mean, minus the black, is very similar to that palette. And I was like, oh, okay. So I watched like the look that she did with her palette, and I tried to kind of recreate that a little bit. And it actually was quite a nice little look, and I enjoyed that. I'll show that look in my Pan That Palette video. But yeah, once I actually did that, I was like, okay, this is a nice little palette. It is a bit weird though. Like it's got these gold colors with the mauve and the pink. Like as a palette together, doesn't really work. But I can see myself using these shades with other palettes. I'll be honest that I can see myself depotting this and just keeping the palette because I really like the palette. Like, I really bought this more for the packaging than the shadows inside. I'll be honest though, the shadows inside are actually quite good. They're all matte except for the two gold colors. Again, the two gold colors are like super similar too. Like, talk about not the best color scheme. And it doesn't look anything like that on the back. Like, I'm super, super disappointed in that it like deceiving. And if you go to their website, the picture on their website also is deceiving. Like, you can see kind of the tones of this and how deep it is. If you go to their website, their picture looks so, I'll try and put it up here. They've really washed it out. It's really, really bright, so the colors don't look the same. Anyway, long story around that, and I'll probably talk about this more in that Pan That Palette video. This cost me $5.64. I was considering going back and getting that other palette, the one that kind of maybe had like the light blue, because it seemed to have colors in it that I liked. But I was like, no, let's not do that. We don't need two of those, two of these palettes. One is nice, one is fun. I also picked up a pink nail polish. So I've been talking about this for a while in my nail polish videos, that I've been looking for a light pink. And honestly, the only reason why I bought this is because it's $3. I have it on my nails right now. It is definitely very bubble gummy pink. All like, it's a little much for me, like all on my nails. But the reason why I bought this, and the reason why I wanted this color, was sort of like a pairing color with other colors, because I talked about this back last spring that I was doing like a pastel look, and I was like, I don't really have like a light pink that would look nice with all these colors. Like, it would be the nice, I don't know. Anyway, probably way too much of an explanation. If you're a nail person, you'll know what I'm talking about. So yeah, it was $3. The quality of this, like, it definitely kind of needs 3 coats. I only did 2. I did 3 coats on one nail. It definitely looks, it's a bit streaky if you only do 2 coats. But $3, it was worth it, I think. Although now it's making me think, I kind of wanted another pink that's a little bit deeper, but not as deep as the existing pinks I have, because I think the existing pinks I have are fairly fuchsia-like. This is the problem. This is how I ended up with like 200 nail polishes at one point. Anyway, with tax, this was $3.39. And then the last item, I was really like, again, fate that I just perused the makeup stuff, was I got a Seche Vite top coat. So if, again, you watch my nail videos, you'll know that my Seche Vite fast drying top coat is like almost done. It's like, it's got a little sliver left. I'm trying to squeeze everything out of it that I can. I actually didn't realize how cloudy it looks too, like compared to this. Once I opened this one up, I was like, oh, it really is kind of like, it's clear. It's supposed to be clear. The other one is a bit cloudy. So yeah, that was actually kind of a really good find. I think it was the only one that was there too. I mean, there could have been more there, but it was the last one left. So yeah, pretty happy that I picked this up. It was $6.99, so with tax it was $7.90. So really happy that I've picked this up. So just to give you some totals, November I have gone way over budget, but I talked about this in my last buys and buys video that I was sort of thinking of like October, November, December together, because it's like what do I have left? So again, mentally, November, December was like all one bundle for me. So I spent $247.31, and I brought in 14 items, which seems like a lot, but when I looked back at my other previous Novembers, November seems to be the month that I bring in the most, probably because like the Sephora sale, Black Friday, all those Beautylish has their sale, like all these things happen in November. So just for a quick comparison, last year in November I brought 29 items in, and then in 2018 I brought 40 items in. So 14 is a lot better. I'm much more comfortable with the number of 14. But what does that mean for my budget as a total? So again, we're getting pretty tight. We're getting down to the wire here. In total, so technically I'm over this month. Well, if I look at the monthly budget, I'm over by $122.31. If I look at my annual budget up to this point, I'm over by $64.66. In total, basically, my budget was $125 a month. That's $1,500 for the year. I have spent up to date $1,400.39 and $1,439.66. Oh, numbers. So I have $60.34 remaining for the month of December, which is pretty small, but I think that's okay. I actually think that it's doable. Again, I can see myself being a little bit over that, or a little bit under. I do have a December Ipsy coming, And right now, it's not quite the end of November, but there is a spend your points event with Shoppers Drug Mart, and I did do that last year, and I think I still ended up spending like maybe $20 because I was just kind of like a little bit over. So like, because you still have to pay for tax and that. So I can still see myself being close to that, but not adding a whole lot, like not actually doing like a full big purchase or anything like that. I'm not intending to anyway. Like I'm staying away from, I'm still looking at all the sales because I'm masochistic like that, but I'm really not buying anything of any of the like Black Friday sales. Like MAC had a really good deal. I think it was like 7 for $65 or something like that. ColourPop has so much on sale right now, and I'd really love to do a ColourPop order, but it's not in the budget. It's not happening. And I actually just did an inventory as well of all my stuff, and that helped quell my like, you know what, you got a good amount of stuff, you don't really need to add to it. So that was a really, really long buys part. Now we're gonna go into the good buys part. Let's talk about the empties. So I have a number of things here, not as much as I thought I did, and I actually did go through these and do the dollar value and all that stuff before this video, which I rarely do. So the way I do my empties, particularly the dollar value, is I have some things here that are like extra, don't include those in the total dollar value. I also don't really include anything in the declutter in the dollar value because I didn't really use the whole thing up. It's an imperfect science. It's more just a gauge. Like I'm just using it as like a relative ballpark figure. I also use the dollar value of what I paid for the product, not necessarily what the retail value is for. So I almost feel like when the empties value, dollar value, feels very lowballed in some months because I know the product itself costs a lot more, but because I got it through a subscription box or through like a kit, it is a lot less. And that happened this time around as well. I thought the dollar value would be a little bit higher for some of this, but then when I looked back and saw what I actually got the product for, I was like, oh, okay, never mind. Anyway, let's talk about the sort of extra stuff first that's not really beauty at all. Or at least not really part of my beauty category. So the first thing is this bubble bath. This is the Quo Sweet Almond Foam Bath with almond extract. I buy these, or the Life brand ones. They're quite good. I have the Pure Nata one that I'm using right now. These are 100% vegan and cruelty-free. Yeah, probably will purchase these again at some point in the future, but obviously not right now because I have a Pure Nata one that I'm using. I finished up a Bath & Body Works candle. So this is the Sweater Weather candle. I feel like I've had this one for a really long time. It's not necessarily my kind of scent. I felt like this was an odd one for me to buy, but I was like, it's different. I kind of like it. It's a little more musky than I normally go for. I normally go for like vanilla, like I was talking about earlier. Like I'm more like a vanilla or like a citrus fruity. I rarely go for like deeper type scents, and this one's a little bit, for me it's a little bit deeper. I feel like I must have bought this online. I need to double check if you can buy stuff online again and ship it to Canada, because you used to be able to do it years ago. For a long time they stopped. I don't know if they started again because of COVID. I need to double check that. Anyway, the reason why I think I got this online, because it has the scent, the fragrance notes on the bottom, and usually when you buy in store here, you don't have that because they have like the English and the French on the bottom. Anyway, the scent notes on this are fresh sage, juniper berry, aromatic eucalyptus, and fresh woods. I think I bought this because Kathleen Lights, that's who I think was that said they really liked this fragrance. And I think that's how old this is. Like, it's definitely like, I would say 3 or 4 years old that I've had this. So yeah, happy to finish another candle. I still probably have, I'm looking here, I have 4 out right now. And I probably have about no, I definitely have more than 4. I think I have like 5 or 6 in the cupboard. So I don't need to buy any more. Like, I'm good. I also finished this up. This is from the, I think you call it Sage, Natural Wellness. It's a Canadian company. It's like an essential oils company, but they have really nice products, really nice scents. This is the Après Sport soaking bath salt, and I call it soothing bath salt soak. I really like this. This is, I think, the second one I bought. It's stupid expensive. $24.95 is the retail price for this. I'm pretty sure I bought it on sale when I bought it, I would think. I don't know. I've bought this at least more than once. Like, I've definitely bought it twice, maybe 3 times. I sort of bought this as a treat when I was working out really, really hard because I was doing heavy weights. And this was my, like, instead of buying food or makeup or clothes or anything else, I bought this because I thought this was a nice little treat for rewarding myself for working out really hard. guess what? It's COVID and I'm not working out really hard. So I haven't bought another one of these. I don't know when I'll buy another one. Yeah, so there's that. Sorry, buddy, did I wake you? Hello. And then the last thing that's like a non-beauty thing I just wanted to mention is also from Bath and Body Works. This is their Wallflowers in the scent Leaves. This was a fine scent. I think it's a bit cinnamony. I don't know if they have the scents listed on here. No. So yeah, I have one plugged in right now. I have like, I want to say it's like toasted marshmallow or something. I love it and I hate it at the same time. It's a really nice smell, but it just makes me want to have, oh, I think it's called hot cocoa. It just makes me want hot chocolate. It's so bad. But anyway, I'll probably swap it out soon. I have like a Christmas one, so I think I want to swap that one out for the Christmas one. Yeah, I have a handful of these. I don't use them a whole lot, but especially now that I have little stinky pants over here, it's kind of nice to have a refreshing wallflower fragrance that sort of masks some of that. Okay, on to actual things that are in the Empties thing, in like my actual beauty category. Whoop. Whew. The first thing is this Dove Daily Moisture shampoo. I've, again, talked about this. I think I even talked about this like a month or two ago because I bought another one of these. This is probably my go-to. If I don't know what to pick and I just need a shampoo, this is my go-to. I used to be like Pantene. I used to always buy Pantene here and there, but I've kind of switched over to the Dove. I feel like the Pantene can weigh my hair down and I feel like I need to like take breaks from it, whereas I feel like this doesn't do that. It's sort of like the most neutral, non-offensive shampoo that I've tried in recent times. I think that's it for hair care. Let's talk about, oh no, well, it's not it for hair care, duh. This is the Bumble and Bumble Hairdresser's Invisible Oil that I actually finished up. So I got this in a kit. When you get to the bottom, the little sprayer doesn't work, so I just like opened it up and would like tap a little bit on my hands. But yeah, I loved this so much that I bought another one, which surprises me. Okay, skincare. So the first thing I want to talk about is this Murad Environmental Shield Rapid Age Spot and Pigment Lightening Serum. So I was actually going to do a whole video on this. I did use it on and off. I didn't use it consistently enough to do a proper video on it, so that's why, one of the reasons why I didn't do a video. The other reason is, this one is the American version. It has 2% hydroquinone. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Bit of a controversial, what do you call it, ingredient. So that's one of the other reasons why, once I started looking into this ingredient, I was like, I don't know if I really want to do a video on this product. And there's actually regulation around that ingredient in Canada. There's like a certain percentage that you can only have in Canadian products. I got this through Topbox or Luxbox, I can't remember which one. So that's how I ended up with this version. But yeah, the Canadian version, so there is a Canadian version of this product that's called the Rapid Age Spot, but it's a different ingredient mix up, which is a bit weird. It's interesting that happens. We have that a lot with SPFs because we have a lot of regulation around SPF, and so a lot of products in the States that have SPF aren't sold here, or if they're sold here, they just don't say there's SPF on the front, which is interesting. Anyway, so I did finish this. I didn't really notice anything different. I actually stopped using this on my face and was using it like on my neck and my chest. I did take pictures. Maybe I will take a picture just to see if it made any difference, but visually looking in the mirror, I didn't really notice any difference with this. But like I said, I wasn't really using it very consistently. Also, this year is probably the year that I've been outside in the sun the least, so that's going to have an effect on my skin as well. The next item I finished up is the Good Molecules Overnight Exfoliating Treatment. Again, another product that I stopped using on my face. I got this as like a Super 7s kit with Good Molecules products. I've used, I think, half of it up so far. And yeah, this was just a little too intense on my face. Like, it was a little bit burny and made me a little nervous and made my skin feel a little prickly, a little bit dry. It was just a little too intense for my face. It's formulated with 10% AHA and BHA to resurface and renew. I ended up just using this on my legs periodically. I didn't really notice any sort of like miracle work on my legs, but that's how I used it up. I put it like on my like calves and like sometimes on the back of my arms as well. Like, you know, when you get those little like bumps. I don't get those as much anymore because I exfoliate in the shower and I moisturize, and I feel like that helps keep it at bay. But yeah, I wouldn't purchase this again just because I don't need to. I use this little Sunday Riley UFO. It's called the Acne Treatment Face Oil. I always find something like this really odd because I think back when I used to have a lot of acne that I would definitely not want to use a facial oil. Like it would just feel like contradictory, especially because this feels really heavy. It also has the same scent as, or very similar scent as the Luna oil. I just don't like Sunday Riley. Like everything I've tried, I'm just like, ew. It either didn't do anything or had like adverse effects. Like the Luna oil was like blue and it actually like tinted, like I actually got blue on my like pillowcase and it was like very heavy. I don't know, I just didn't like it. I didn't like the smell, I didn't like the texture. This was fine. Like again, I used it up. I forced myself to like really try and get to use this and see if it would do anything for me. It didn't do anything adverse. It wasn't nearly as heavy as the Luna oil. There's maybe like, I might be able to get one more use out of this. But yeah, I kind of use this as a layering. So I would put this on, I would let it sit in for a while, and then I would put on like a moisturizer after. Sometimes, not every time, but sometimes I would do that. So I don't know. I don't know if I would, like, I don't have acne, although I shouldn't say that. I've gotten a few, like, I don't know, you probably won't be able to see it. I definitely got, like, maskne. Like, I got a big one that lasted for, like, a week, and I was like, wow, I haven't had one of those since I was, like, 25. Like, it was definitely a big one. But yeah, in general, I don't really have acne anymore, so I don't know. It's done. That was way too long of an explanation for that product. Another product I did not like at all. This is the IT. Oh my god, I work in IT. The IT Cosmetics Confidence in Your Beauty Sleep. What do they call this? Skin transforming. I think it says pillow cream on it. I do not like this. First of all, I hated the smell. It's got like a medicinal kind of smell. It was a light purple color. The color was really pretty. It's like a lilac color. And I think this actually, maybe not broke me out, but you know how you get those little bumps under your skin? I would get that with this if I used it like a couple nights in a row. So I was like, that's not good. So I did finish it up, but I really like spread it out. Like I would use it maybe like once a week or so. Yeah, just that smell. Oh, it's a very herbal smell, but like a medicinal herbal smell. Like some people might really like that smell. I really do not like that smell. I'll just talk about one. So there's a couple spoiler alerts for my project pan. The first one is the Milani Keep It Sweet Lip Scrub. Finally finished this baby. Took me all year to do this. And I've just learned I don't like pot lip scrubs. I don't like this one either. I've realized the oil in this is very, very heavy. And if I get it around my lips, then I break out and just don't like that. I think if I'm ever going to get a lip scrub again, I think I would like purposely, I mean it might come in a kit or something like that, but if I purposely buy a lip scrub, I think I might like one that's more like in the bullet form. Like I think e.l.f. has one like that. I think Fresh has one like that. So yeah, I wouldn't repurchase this. I know people do really like this. This can be pretty affordable if you buy it on sale. It's not a product for me. I didn't love it. Got a lot of duds here. This is another dud product. This is a I think it's Manna Kadar Glow Shimmer Lotion. They call it step 3. I don't know what the other 2 steps are. I never got the other 2 steps. This does nothing. So there looks like there's still product in there. I tried squeezing it out as best as I could and I kind of just gave up. It's like a light pink glow. Like it almost looks like it'd be like a glowy primer, but when you start like blending it in, it blends away. It's like, that was pointless. So what I ended up doing was just kind of mixing this in with foundation, or again, like I said, using it like a primer step. It definitely was not shimmery enough to like use as a cream highlighter over top stuff. Yeah, it's called Shimmer Lotion. It was pointless to me. I don't know. If this is maybe your thing, I don't know if anybody really liked this. I'm sorry if I offended you if you really like this, but I did not like it. I finished up a Urban Decay All-Nighter Spray. So this came in a duo kit with another all-nighter spray. And this used to be my favorite setting spray. I'm questioning now if setting sprays actually do anything for me anymore. Like I said, I used to have really oily skin and acne. I don't know if I said I had oily skin, but I used to have acne and had really oily skin. And I felt like setting sprays did make a difference. I do feel like after about 10 hours, my makeup just sort of like disappears. I don't really know where it goes, but it definitely fades. And I used to feel like this made a difference recently. And again, maybe it's a COVID thing because I'm not really going anywhere. I just don't feel like setting sprays are actually really doing anything for me. So I didn't repurchase this. This was going to be something that I was going to buy in that Sephora VIB sale, but I ended up not buying because I was like, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's really going to make a difference. Also, I don't know if it was the beginning of this year or it was sometime last year, I was going to do like a video to test. And after a few days, I was like, I don't see a difference. Like I would spray it on one half of my face and nothing on the other half. And I didn't notice a difference. So I was like, well, that's kind of a bust. It's not going to be a very good video. So I kind of abandoned the idea. And maybe that was the results of the project, that it's just not really doing anything. I don't know. I'm going to maybe see in the future. I'm not saying I'm never buying setting spray again, but for the foreseeable near future, I'm not going to buy any setting sprays anytime soon. I still have 2 right now. And they're both glowy. I have the Anastasia Glow one. I don't know what it's called. I think it's called Glowy Setting Spray. And then I have like an e.l.f. Glowy Mist. And then I have like a Smashbox like water primer thing. And that's it. Which is so odd for me because setting spray used to be like an OG, like this is a product that I must have. And I'm questioning myself. I feel like I'm learning things. It's okay to change your mind and learn once new information comes your way. This is something I think we've all learned in 2020. Also for my project pan, I finished up this foundation. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. I'm wearing it today. This is the last. I used like a spatula to like scrape it the sides and get as much out of this as I could. I actually had it sitting upside down for quite some time to get the rest of the product out. Love this foundation. Will purchase this again. This shade is a hair too light. It's 115 Ivory. I don't know what shade 120 is like. I've used 125, which is a good late spring through to summer, through like it's a good when I'm not like as white as I am right now. I feel like it's a little dark when I'm as white as I am right now. This one's again a little light. I don't know what 120 is like though, because if 120 is too yellow, then it's not going to work for me. I need to figure out what shade 120 is, because that's probably the right depth of shade for me, but it might not be the right undertone. So I'll have to find that out. But yeah, I definitely would repurchase this again for sure. Love this foundation. I like it because I feel like I can go pretty sheer with it, or I can also build it up. And I can also mix it with like a glowy highlighter and make it a little less matte. Yeah, it's a favorite of mine. It doesn't look dead. You know, some foundations that are matte really look really dry and cakey. I feel like that one definitely does not do that. And then I just have a handful of these. I didn't include this in my list of like dollar value because this was just a NARS. I think it's like the Radiant Foundation, and yeah, Natural Radiant Foundation. I didn't use this shade because I don't think this is the right shade. This says blend 3.25. I don't know what actual shade number this or shade name this is, but I did use up Mont Blanc, which is light 2, and Yukon, which is light 2.5. I feel like these two together probably work really well because the Yukon is definitely much more of a pink base. I'm a cool tone, so pink based. I can't really remember this though, to be honest. I can't really remember if I liked it or not. But I used them. And I still have a handful more that I think they're again, relative shade range to my face. So I still have a handful more that I can try out and see. Again, I used these so long ago. It was just because I was cleaning out, like I said, I was doing an inventory, so I was cleaning some stuff out and I found these and I was like, let's just get rid of them, please. Stop hanging on to garbage, because that's weird. Anyway, let's just go through the empties, because I actually have the numbers this time, which I never do. So, in the month of November, I used up 11 products that I'm actually counting, and the total dollar value of that was $88.25. So it's higher than average for most of my months. Most of my months are around like the $50 mark. I have a few months that are like way higher, like 100 and something. So this is like in the higher. I should do the average. I'll do the average and I'll let you know what the average is. Actually, I can tell you what the average is. The total is $861. Divide that by 11. So we're looking at an average about $78. So yeah, I'm just above average for the month. Yeah, so that's it. That's my empties. That's my buys and buy. So again, I'll put the total so you can see side by side what happened in November, what came in, what came out. I am kind of noticing that I use up a lot of samples and small things, and then I hang on to bigger things, and I think that's why my outgoing, especially dollar value, is a lot lower than what I bring in. So I don't know, like as time goes by, if that will shift or not. Again, I still have a ton of samples to go through, but I do find that interesting. And I also, again, this is proof to myself that makeup takes forever to go through, and you go through other things a lot faster. So that's this video. If you liked it, feel free to give it a little thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my tiny little channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.